What an achievement, guys. It looks like yesterday he debuted and he's playing his 500th game. And I still remember when I became his fan. Eden Gardens playing against Sri Lanka, chasing 300 odd, and he scored a magnificent 100, right? His first 100 in international cricket, chasing at Eden Gardens with putting a partnership with Gautam Gambhir. Gautam Gambhir handed his man of the match to Virat Kohli. That's when I noticed him. Not really like noticed him, but that's when I started to follow him more. Hello all, welcome to my channel. RCB Pavilion. India are playing the second Test match against West Indies, and they have already won the first Test match in a canter with innings and 141 runs. Right, I didn't follow the Test match, but still, second Test match today. They are playing at Trinidad, so I think it will be again an easy win for West Indies. They just don't have the quality, right? So I will talk about that preview, and it's not more about a preview for the Test match, but it's more about a legendary player playing his 500th game, international game, and I'm his huge fan. He's my role model, and so I thought, okay, I will just pay a tribute to him by just doing a video. It's Virat Kohli. He's playing his 500th international game. What a legend of the game! He just transformed Indian cricket with his fitness, and he's just a brilliant cricketer and a brilliant batter, right? So I thought I will just do a video on that, more of a tribute to Virat Kohli. So I will just start off with India playing West Indies. Their second Test match is going to be short because I don't think many people watch this Test match. The timing is so odd, and it's obviously West Indies are not of that quality nowadays, unfortunately, because they just got eliminated of the World Cup qualifiers as well. So it's just too easy for India, and these are the series which I think Indian fans don't follow that much because it's understood the series they will win, but it's the ICC trophies which we want, right? And it's the ICC tournament which we want India to perform really well. But the one more exciting stuff is to watch Yashasvi Jaiswal bat, the likes of Yashasvi and the youngsters getting a chance. That's what we want, right? And what a debut by him, scoring 170 odd. What a fantastic debut innings for him. And I think he's going to carry the same way. He looks super talented, super ready for this level already. So because although they are not a quality side international cricket, it's a different ball game altogether. That wearing that India cap, India shirt, performing, it's really different, and it's a different feel altogether. And playing the likes of Alzari Joseph, Kemar Roach, they are obviously a quality players and a quality bowlers who scoring against them with the new ball. It's really good, and the future looks really bright for Yashasvi. I think it's unfortunate for Shikhar Dhawan. I think it's time for Shikhar Dhawan to move on, right? I feel, because Shubman is batting at number 3, so I don't know how he gets back. I think now, I don't know, all of a sudden Puja Gill is in a spot of bother because he's not performing that well in Test matches off late, and Pujara has been dropped. So that number 3 spot, it's still not sure who will handle that number 3 spot. And Ajinkya Rahane didn't play that well, but it's okay, just one Test match. Virat Kohli made a well-made 70, missed out on a century there. I hope he gets in this Test match in his 500th international game. So regarding the team, I think India will go with the same side, same 11. I just saw the Crick Buzz. They are saying Shardul Thakur or Navdeep Saini, but I'm not really sure. They'll make that change. I think they will go the same 11. And West Indies 11, I think they will make few changes. They had a bad loss, so it's going to be an easy win for again India. I think again, I hope. I think the last Test match only lasted for 2-3 days, right? So again, I think it's going to be the same pattern because India are a quality side. Just that, like, they are a quality side way too better for West Indies at the moment. So I think it's going to be easy win for India again. But the only thing I want for them is to bat first, I feel, because last time they batted second, but they only batted once. So if at all they get to win the toss this time, maybe they will bat first. Look to put a huge runs on the board. Maybe let all the batsmen get runs, right? Like Shubman Gill missed an opportunity, so let him score some runs. And again, Rohit Sharma again scored a brilliant 100. So batters are in good form. Virat Kohli, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma all got runs. So it's time for Shubman Gill to step in. So, and again Ashwin, he is a legendary bowler, all-time great again. Ashwin and Jadeja, I think Ashwin will be too heavy again for West Indies batter, I feel. So that's pretty much how it of the preview of the Test match, because there's nothing much to add there, because it's pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. They'll go the same 11 key players, but I'm just only excited to watch Yashasvi again bat, how he bats, how he goes about his business in the Test match again. And the Test match starts at 8 p.m. India Standard Time, so I think we can watch for some time, at least first couple of sessions we can watch. So it'll be again, I just want India will win. Easy Test match, the ODIs to follow and the T20. So it's going to be ODIs and T20s. I think it will be more exciting. So it will be interesting one to watch that one. So I think it's an easy one. I think it will last again for 3 days, this Test match. What's your prediction on the Test match, guys? And do you think India need to give chance to the likes of Navdeep Saini or any other youngsters like the Ruturaj Gaikwad, or they should continue with the same 11? Put in your thoughts on that, guys. Now coming to the point, tribute to my favorite player and all-time great Virat Kohli playing his 500th game. What an achievement, guys. It looks like yesterday he debuted and he's playing his 500th game, and I still remember when I became his fan. Eden Gardens playing against Sri Lanka, chasing 300 odd, and he scored a magnificent 100, right? His first 100 in international cricket, chasing at Eden Gardens with putting a partnership with Gautam Gambhir. Gautam Gambhir handed his man of the match to Virat Kohli. That's when I noticed him. Not really noticed him, but that's when I started to follow him more, and I become a huge fan, and I remain his diehard fan till now. Because of his passion, his enthusiasm, his eager to win on the field, his captaincy spirit, whatever he brings onto the field, it just makes my day. And whenever he performs, I just feel so happy. I know it's been a tough 2-3 years for him, but he has come back really strong. He scored a brilliant 180 against Australia in Test match, but off late he's been struggling in Test matches. But white ball, he's been back. He scored back-to-back hundreds again in the IPL. So obviously, if you're playing in India, you will get criticized. So there's no point talking about that, because if you play well, if you play bad, it's just matter of the day. If you are getting out for duck or scoring 100, next day you are going to get criticized, and no matter who, you are going to get criticized in India, because that's how it goes. That's how passionate the fans are. So you can't complain fans as well. So he's been a revelation, right? He just changed the complexion of Indian cricket when he was the captain, through his fitness, through his eagerness to win abroad. He focused on Test matches. He brought in pace bowlers into the game, the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, Navdeep Saini, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj. He loved pace bowlers who can bowl 140, 150. Prasidh Krishna. So many fast bowlers came through the ranks, and so many youngsters also are coming now. Kartik Tyagi, Imran Malik, Khalil Ahmed. So all these bowlers, they bowl 135, 140, 145. And that fast bowling culture has brought in by Virat Kohli, and that fitness and that eagerness to win abroad in Test matches. Who brought it? It's Virat Kohli and Ravi Shastri when they were coach and captain in that respective town. So not through his batting, he has changed the way to play. He has changed the game inside out. Right now, he's a chase master. He just transformed white ball cricket, I feel, because the way he chases, the way he looks at certain target, and the way he maneuvers the field and plays while a chase, it's a next level, right? He's an all-time great, and the only question now here is, will he surpass Sachin Tendulkar's 100? But I think it's little difficult, because this 2-3 years actually left him far behind, I feel. But he's still, I think, 34 now. Not really sure whether I'm getting that right. 34, I think so. So in November, his birthday, so maybe he's become 34, 35. So he has still 25 centuries to score. So that's a big task, I feel. But the way he's playing, the way he is fit, maybe he can play 3 to 4 years. Who knows? It's upon him till when he wants to play. So maybe he can break that record. He has now 75 centuries, international centuries. So who knows? For 25 more, I would love for him to break that record of 100 hundreds. What an achievement that will be, and that to an Indian doing that, it feels even more special. And if Virat Kohli does that, it's even more special, right? So that's the only question now for because he's an all-time great, he's a legend of the game. That's already proven. So people, the only question remaining here is when will he break such a record? So, but at the moment I feel it's difficult because 25 centuries. And nowadays, because of too much cricket, all this COVID, after COVID, people are taking more rest. People are focusing on more mental health side of things, so they take so much rest. They sometimes play a particular series, all that. So because of that, maybe he miss out. But I hope he stays fit. I hope he plays again 3-4 years. Maybe not in T20. Because it's moving fast and you need to manage your workload, so maybe he can continue to play test matches and ODI cricket. So I hope he breaks that record. So I'll just go through his records. I know everyone will be aware of it, but I will just go through his records of 499 innings, right? So he's still he has the most international hundreds by active players. So Kohli, he has 75 international hundreds. Virat Kohli in bilateral has the highest number of centuries, that is 65. He has highest number of hundreds in one matches, that is 52. Highest number of ODI hundreds, 47. That is limited overs, 47. ODI 46. The next best is Root, that is 46. Next below Root, it is David Warner with 45. So he's just ruling the cricket world, right? He has the most hundreds in any term. Most hundreds in international, most hundreds in one matches, most hundreds in bilateral series, in limited overs cricket. And if you look at Virat Kohli in international matches, so he has played 499, overall runs of 25,461 runs, average 53.48, 175, 50s 131, highest score of 254, not out. So guys, overall average of 53.48. What a staggering average that is, with so much longevity. 500 games, his average is over 50. What does that mean? Every match he's scoring 50 runs. That's an incredible achievement, guys, for over 500 games. With the amount of games, with the likes of T20 cricket, the game has evolved. He's still maintaining an average of 50, and for sure that would have touched 60 if his test match average wouldn't have dropped because of last couple of years. He's just an incredible cricketer, guys. I don't know. See, it's like when you have a diamond, you don't realize that, right? That's what it happens when there's so much talent. Actually, I'm not telling there's no talent in India, but because we have so much talent, we don't realize how good Virat Kohli is actually. Because so once he's gone, the likes of Sachin, we realized how good Sachin was, right? So that's the thing. When Virat Kohli goes, we will realize what a gem he was, what a cricketer he was. The same with Rohit Sharma. I'm not criticizing anyone. That's why I said India has a lot of talent. That is why this thing happens, because if he was in the likes of Australia, England, it's a different level altogether. And I understand that they don't value individual, or they don't treat one player like that. But it's different. India. Here people worship players. Here for them Sachin is God, Virat Kohli is the king, Rohit Sharma is a hitman. So it doesn't matter so if your team is playing as a team, that doesn't matter, right? You just have to go based on the fan base, because we have such a huge population and people do follow in different ways. So you can't criticize that. And Virat Kohli has equally earned the rights too for that, right? He has a huge fan following. He is I think number 3 or number 4 most followed athlete in Instagram, right? What does that mean? Not even in India, even the whole world likes him. So he's just an next level elite athlete. So it's a huge honor for him playing 500 game, and I'm just paying this tribute because I am his huge fan, like so many of you guys. So I just thought I will put this video across. So, and actually Rahul Dravid has spoken about him. So what he has to say, he said Virat Kohli is a real inspiration to many players. in the team and girls back in India. The energy and enthusiasm he is unparalleled. Longevity of 500 games comes under lots of hard work, discipline. Over the years, I have learned a lot from him. The likes of Rahul Dravid is telling I have learned a lot from him. What does that mean? It purely means the character, the workload he puts in behind the scenes, the hard work he does for the cricket, enthusiasm, the aggression. Still, after playing 500 games, it's still the same. That's what he always calls out, right? Even in the post-match conference, any interview, he tells, the day I don't feel like I won't give 100%, I just retire. He gives his heart on the sleeves, on the ground. That's what he does. Even it's T20, IPL, A game, NG game, he plays everything as same. He plays to win, and he gives that heart out on the ground. That's what I like about him. He doesn't care what people think. He just enjoys. He's just natural. That's what I love about him. That's what I love about his aggression, right? It brings joy to the fans when you see it on TV. How it feels when he enjoys a wicket, when he scores a century, pumping his fist, getting on to opponent players. It feels really good. I love about him, because if he's not that way, then he's not Virat Kohli. So can you imagine, guys? For example, Virat Kohli is like Rohit Sharma. How you guys will feel? You won't feel that joy, right? You will feel like, oh, who is this cricketer? Because Virat Kohli is Virat Kohli. Correct. So, guys, he has done lots and lots for Indian cricket, and a legend is telling about this. He has learned from him. So, what more you need, guys? So, he's a huge inspiration for everyone. And one more stat I will like to read is, he has the most runs, he has the best average, he has a joint most 100, that is Sachin Tendulkar. He has the most 50 plus scores, most player of the match awards, most player of the series award, a joint most hundreds as captain, best average as captain. That's for you, Virat Kohli, guys. What's your thoughts on him? Would you like to tell any special innings which you like about him? For me, there are so many innings actually, because I remember almost many centuries. The personal favorite, I think it's recent, the match-win innings against Pakistan in the World Cup, right? Where Harsha Bhogle's commentary, Kohli goes down the ground, Kohli goes out of the ground. So that's one of my favorite innings of Virat Kohli, I think, and that's certainly one of my favorite and his best innings personally, I feel, because India were nowhere in the game. The win predictor said, I think 10 or 12%. From there, he pulled it and he made India win. So that is one of my favorite innings of Virat Kohli recent past. And just because he was questioned and he came with that brilliant innings, and that got emotional for him also. So that is one innings, and as I called out the first 100 which he scored against Sri Lanka, and the one more innings I remember, I think he scored 130 or 140 in Canberra against Sri Lanka again, where India had to chase in 40 overs to qualify for the CB series finals. He and Suresh Raina put a excellent show. They just chased the target in 38 overs, I think. He scored around 130, 140. That was again a brilliant innings. Then one more in Jaipur or Nagpur, I'm not sure, where they chased down 350 against Australia in 40 overs, I think. He scored the fastest 100. What an innings that was. So many innings, guys. I just love his batting. He's just a pure joy to watch. And I remember the test series in England, where the previous series everyone are telling he can't play the swing ball. The next series he comes, he was a leading run scorer, scores some 3-4 centuries. And the first time he captained in test series, and he scored some 4-5 test centuries in Australia, and he was a leading run scorer. So he just proves everyone wrong. He's just a run machine. He will give you runs no matter what, in whatever situation. Crucial 30 odd in Champions Trophy final, crucial 30 odd in World Cup final. So all these little things also you should remember. And that 49 or 50 not out against Pakistan in Asia Cup game, where Mohammad Amir took early couple of wickets, right, for India, just chasing near 80 or 90. But that was a quality innings as well, because they had a fantastic bowling lineup: Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Amir, Wahab Riaz. So that 49-50 was also brilliant innings. So among his huge scores, you just have to remember his small contributions of 30-40 as well. So he's a brilliant player, guys. He's an all-time legend, all-time player for all moments. He loves crunch moments. He loves to perform under pressure, and his famous. I will end it up with his famous words, right? Just give them hell. That was his comment to the Indian bowlers in that England win. And that's a famous line of him in his captaincy, right, where that India won that England series. And in that last session, he said we have to give them hell. So he's that kind of person. He will never let you go. And I would love him to be captain still, at least in Test format, because he's one of the great captains. Also, people really miss that, and people don't value his captaincy as much as they have to, or they should actually, because they just go based on his IPL captaincy record. And I still tell, if you give him Mumbai Indians team, he will win you at least 2 or 3 IPL titles for sure. Because just because they don't do well in an auction and they don't build a proper team or a squad, so how can you expect a captain to deliver the performance, right? So please don't judge his captaincy by IPL records. See his India records. He is, I think, top of all the records. Most win percentage ODIs, Test matches, most away wins in Test matches, most T20I wins, most hundreds, 50s average as captain. He has done it all, guys. And when there was no ICC Test maze, he has won it 2-3 times. I think the India were continuous 5-6 years. They were number one. He has holded already the ICC Test maze. Just that it was not an ICC even that time. So guys, put in your thoughts. It's just a tribute video for Virat Kohli, my favorite player, my all-time great, and all-time great for everyone of you. So many of your fans, is for you guys, Virat Kohli tribute. Please put in your thoughts. What innings of his you guys like? What's your special moment of him? Or if you have guys met him, but unfortunately I have not met him yet, so that's only missing part. I hope sometime I meet him in the future. See you on this, guys. Take care.